Hey guys, I know you're looking forward to the 5 facts about me, but before we go do that, I'm going to give 2 shoutouts real quick to some friends that have been supporting me. The first guy here is Here's Andy TV. He is a really awesome dude. He actually has a social anxiety disorder where it causes him to go into a panic attack, and sometimes he has issues speaking. However, he does have this YouTube up, and he is trying to overcome his anxiety by putting himself out there, making himself known. It's not easy having what he has, and I think what he's doing right now is very commendable. And for you viewers out there, be sure to check him out. He does have some Minecraft videos. He does have Tomb Raider up. He has Silent Hill. He has Watchdog, I think, is one of his more popular videos. But next guy, his name is Shiznoe. He's also a really cool guy. I don't remember how we met. I think it was through the YouTube Academy. And he kind of just messaged me. He goes, "Hey, you have great potential." And we just kind of talk every now and then. And we're actually going to be doing a collab together sometime in the future. But he has a lot of different varieties of games on YouTube. Yes, Trying 2, Walking Dead, Broken Age. I kind of want to play that game. But be sure to check him out. He has a lot of videos, and I think his content is really great. So now that I've taken enough of your time, let's go over to the 5 facts.
Fact number 1, I am the black sheep of my family, and I don't mean that in any negative way possible, but that's the only way I can kind of express it to you guys. One of them being that I am a left-hander, and you know, in America, it doesn't really matter whether you're left-handed, you're right-handed, you know, left-footed, or you're right-footed, or and no hands, no foot. But within the Asian culture, you kind of are that epitome of bad luck. I don't know why, for any reasons. If you guys do know, leave a comment below. But I remember whenever I was younger, my mom would always be like, "You need to learn how to be a right-handed." And I was like, "No!" And then over time, you know, she just kept on trying to force me to be right-handed. And I was like, "Nope, nope, nope. Me 1, mom 0. I was the first in my generation to be born outside of Taiwan. I was actually born in the United States. I would actually go visit them in Taiwan during the summer between schools, and which leads to my 3rd point, is that I'm actually the only female within my generation in Taiwan. Whenever I hung out with my cousins, we'd always just play video games or, you know, do sports, or they never wanted to go shopping or do girly stuff, so I kind of ended up growing up as a tomboy. Fact number 2, I hate dressing up. I hate wearing dresses. I hate wearing skirts. I don't like putting my hair up. I don't like wearing makeup. One of the big reasons why I am what I am today is because whenever I was younger, I stood out from the rest of the crowd. Whenever you think of Asian girls, you think of, you know, they're petite, dainty, and cute. They're flowers, and when I grew up, I was a coconut. I'm not sure how that kind of plays in the part, but I think that's kind of how I was, and I didn't see myself as pretty or cute. I was quite the opposite. I have a lot of friends who are really pretty. They do fit within those stereotypes, and I never did. I was always very chubby when I grew up, and I always got made fun of it. You know, I'm pretty sure my friends and stuff, they talked about it behind my back, but what was even worse was that they would say it in front of me, and they were like, "Why aren't you as pretty as your friends? Why are you so fat? Why don't you do something about it?" And it was even to the point where even my family would say something, and it became really hard. When you're younger, your friends and your family are your world. Anything beyond that, it didn't exist for you. When I was a kid, hearing that, you know, it was heartbreaking. Not only are my friends saying it, my family is saying it too. And so as a result, I hid myself. I hid as much skin as I could by wearing big clothes and baggy jeans. I didn't want people to see, you know, the me that's ugly, because that's what everybody perceives, so therefore I am. Because of that, it's really hard for me to even, like, you know, dress up in these cute little clothes that I do have, and I don't ever wear these unless it's for like special occasions, like going to prom or going to weddings. I don't even bother. For me, it just feels like I'm trying to be someone else. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm happy being who I am right now. Boy, that was a really touchy subject there. Fact number 3, I swear things get better. I am an art major. I actually graduated from the University of Texas, go Longhorns, with a fine arts degree. Whenever I first went into school, I had the intentions of being a teacher. I wanted to inspire children into reaching their goals. Partway through, my university career, I realized that that's not what I wanted to do. I don't think that I had the passion or the patience or teach kids, because that's not my dream. That was never my dream to begin with. Yes, it's a steady pay. You don't get paid that much, but it's a steady pay. You get vacation, you get winter vacation, you get benefits, and it's all there. It's all there for you. So I decided that that wasn't what I wanted to do. I fell in love with art whenever I was a kid. In fact, as soon as I was able to pick up a pencil, my mom told me I was scribbling all over the walls, and we actually have this really expensive marble table down in the dining room with all my scribbles, and my mom can't wash it off because it's all in permanent marker. I discovered anime when I was probably around 10 or 11, 12 years old. I saw it on TV in Taiwan with my cousin, and oddly enough, my first anime was Love Hina. If you don't know what Love Hina is, you should go look it up, because it's not for 10 and 11, 12 years old. Definitely not. But nonetheless, that's how I discovered anime. It wasn't through Sailor Moon, but I still started loving drawing that style of art, and as I grew, my love for art even grew stronger, and I wanted to become a concept artist for video games. I wanted to create characters, create a world, create their clothes, create a background for them, and it was so much fun for me. Still have binders and binders full of the characters that I created. Maybe one day I'll show you guys, but it's kind of my little secret. When I entered college, that was when I realized my passion for art kind of sizzled away. It's something that I definitely want to pick back up, later on in life. But for now, I want to pursue other dreams and change the world. I don't want to just be another pea in a pod. I want to be my own tree. Stand up tall, big. Fact number 4. I was actually not allowed to play video games until I was in high school. Actually, that's not true. I was not allowed to play, I wasn't allowed to have console. I didn't get PS2 until I was about maybe 16 years old. The reason why I was not allowed to get a game or any games was because my parents thought I would become too addicted and not focus on my school. And for them, obviously, being Asian, that's number 1. For them, they want me to graduate, go to a good college, and graduate from there, and get a good job, and make money, and have lots and lots of babies. But that's not completely true. I had a Game Boy Color growing up, and that was it. That was it. I had Pokemon. I had Rayman Legends. I hated that game. I had those games. I had Mario, and I had the old school Nintendo, the one with the gray case. I had that, and then I think my aunt took it away from me to play Tetris and never gave it back. That was all I had. The one time I did actually get to dabble in with video games was when I borrowed my friend's PS2, and my very first video game on console was Final Fantasy X. It might be also Jet Set Radio Future because I love that game, so I don't know which one would come first, to be honest. They were both around the same time, different consoles of course, but yeah, I was game deprived. And then whenever I went to college, it's video games all day. It's all day video games. Last but not least, fact number 5. Are you guys excited? This is probably the best one yet. When I was in college, I actually got really lucky and met a bunch of guys who were part of this organization. It used to be called Texas Esports Association. Now it is called the Esports Association. I was able to work with them. I got really lucky meeting them because one of my childhood friends, she actually went to high school with them, and she was like, "Hey Vivian, you like video games, they like video games. Why don't you guys just hang out together?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" With each year, their organization got bigger, and they would host tournaments at school during spring break. And at first it started off with only StarCraft, and then it grew to StarCraft and League of Legends, and it grew even more and even more and even more, and they get sponsors. And the last one I was a part of, I think they raised about $35,000 on their own. It might have been more, I don't quite remember. So because of them, I was able to work for big companies like IGN's IPL. If you guys don't know what IPL is IGN Pro League. So it's an acronym within an acronym. What? But they had StarCraft tournaments, I think they had Smite, they had Shoot Mania, they had League of Legends. It was really big. I got to meet, the CEO of EG, Evil Geniuses. I got to meet a bunch of pro players from Snoopy to Whiterun to Yellow Pea. Yellow Pea is my favorite. So this kind of goes back to fact number 3. Whenever I was kind of talking about that I wanted to be a concept artist, realized after meeting these guys in Tespa that I really enjoyed being able to host events. It's really a high stress level, but it was really fulfilling. and it was really fun. And I really like networking with people, and I really like meeting people, hearing their stories. In one of my events, host a meet and greet with pro players and local students, and they would come actually eat dinner with them and talk to them, get their autographs, get their photos taken. And I was able to host Q&A sessions with, you know, actual professionals who host those tournaments or set tournaments, and they run like thousands upon thousands of dollars. And the students there were able to ask questions, and I really enjoyed doing that. And it was all because of Tesla that I was able to experience what I have and actually know that this is what I want to do. So that was 5 facts about me. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It took me a really long time to just come up with 5. I don't know why. I guess I'm just a really boring person. If you guys have any ideas for future vlogs, or if you guys want to hear more facts about me, just let me know below in the comments. And anything else you want to say, anything I can do better in my videos, don't hesitate to let me know. I can take criticism. I went to art school. Brainstorming with vlog ideas is really hard. It's really hard. And I really do need the help, and the more you guys support me, the better I will do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I know I didn't really say it in the beginning, but thank you guys so much for your support. I think we're up at 200 subscribers now in just 1 week. That's pretty amazing, and I'm so glad that you guys will still hear from me and that you're still supporting me and you got my back. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks!